Hello everyone, I'm Jay Ranger, and today we're going to talk about how to categorize all Brawl Stars brawlers based on their stats, strengths, and weaknesses. Now, I'm going to be rating them on their stats shown here. See these stats in the corner where it says offense, defense, and utility? I'm going to categorize every brawler into one of those three categories shown there. The offense part, the defense part, and the utility, and I will do that by seeing which they have the most of those little bars in. So, let's go. Okay, here we are. And the first category we're going to talk about today is attack. Yes, the the offense category. I call it attack, offense, whatever you want to call it. It's the people that do tons of damage. Like Rico, Crow, they're all damage-oriented. They have low health, high damage, and that's basically all they're about. They like to, get kills, mainly just take out a lot of all their brawlers, but they will die easily. They have low health. Again, examples are Rico, Crow, Colt. Yeah, they're all damage-oriented characters. Next, we have the defense category. Now, defense category mainly is like people with lots of health, honestly. Like this Frank here, this Bull. They have lots of health. They're very good. They're pretty short range, usually. They're very good at staying alive. So, like this Frank here, this Bull, this... what's another example? Pam's a defense, Jackie's a defense. They have lots of health, but usually not the best range, and they're very good at staying alive, holding things like gems and gem grab, zones and hot zone, and bolts and siege. Then we have the final category, utility. Now, the utility categories are always very interesting because they always are someone who's very useful. They may not be the best at getting kills. They may not be the best at surviving, but they are very useful to their team and can help them out a lot. Like, for example, Poco. Poco can heal. He's not super... doesn't have a lot of survivability. He's not super damaging, but he's got so much healing potential in him that he can really help out his team. Same with Gale here. He can blow people and launch them with his spring injector. What's another example? Gene with his grab, Sprout with his wall, Mortis with his dash even, Jesse and Penny with their turrets. They're all really good at, their own special thing. They're kind of like a misfit category of people who are just really useful to have. And, of course, those are the main three categories. Every brawler, except two, can be rated into those categories. Now, I did say except two. Because of those two, I had to create, basically, my own category that I will put them in. I call it balanced. Now, the balanced categories are for the characters who have exactly 3 of those little bars in each category. There's only 2 of them, again, in the entire game. So, you probably see them, actually, most often because they're pretty common brawlers because they're so good. For example, BB and Carl. Those are the only balanced brawlers in the entire game, but they're not super good at any one thing. They're just good. They're just average at everything, though, making them a pretty formidable force. That's why they're so good, BB and Carl. Carl with that pickaxe. He's not super useful, but he's more useful than lots of brawlers, but he does good damage and has good health. And, of course, BB with that knockback and that ricocheting bubble, she does good damage and has pretty good health, too. And so, now, if you go into those little stats, you'll know how to categorize every brawler. That wraps up our video, and we'll see you next time.